As you explore faith, it's important to check out the validity of the historical events. When it comes to Christianity, the central event is the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And so what evidence is there? Did it really happen? How do we know? Let's take a look at 9 pieces of evidence and consider how valid they are. Number 1, Jesus' bold claim. He said, "I am the resurrection and the life." Now, the name for God is I am in the Bible, and Jesus is saying that He is God and He overcomes death. Whoever believes in Him will live forever. That's a bold claim. Not too many people can say they are the resurrection. He also, second, had a prophecy. He said, "I will be killed and on the 3rd day raised to life." And as He said that before His death and resurrection, it was a look ahead, and then that's a bold prophecy again. Not many people have claimed that they're going to overcome death like that. Number 3 is the guarded tomb. Roman soldiers around the tomb, and everything was on the line for them. They would be killed if anyone removed the body or was able to enter the tomb. So they are so motivated to make sure that the body stays in its place. And then number 4, eyewitnesses. Over 500 eyewitnesses, not secondhand or thirdhand, but firsthand, people that experienced Jesus and saw Him, the risen Lord. That's a lot of people. Number 5 is the disciples' transformation. They were scared, they were discouraged, they felt defeated, and then afterwards, they had some of the most courageous people on the face of the earth. And so think about that kind of change. It's explainable by seeing someone who overcame death. And then 6, the level of conviction. So many of those original apostles, they were martyred, they were killed, died for their faith. People are going to die for something they believe in, but if they know it's a lie, they'll never die for it. So they were sincere. They truly believed they'd experienced the Lord Jesus. Number 7 are the historical details, and specifically, I love this detail, women were the first ones to experience Jesus after His death. Now at that time, sadly, women were seen as second rate, and their testimony couldn't even stand up in court. But these women, they saw Jesus and they spread the good news. This is God's plan. This is heavenly. This is not something you would contrive or make up, because anyone who's making up this plan would never have women be the primary testimony. Number 8 is the empty tomb. Jesus is no longer in the grave. If He was, all of Christianity, it would be debunked. All you have to do is find Jesus' body and Christianity is done. But He's not there. All the other religious leaders, there's their tomb. They're still in it. Jesus, it's empty. He's gone. And number 9, the rapid growth of the church. 3,000 people in one day. They heard the good news, they believed it, and the church took off. And it's not going to grow like that if it's based on something that was false. And so, more evidence of the resurrection. It all comes down to evidence. And Lee Strobel, he was a journalist for the Chicago Tribune, and as he considered Christianity, he didn't believe at the time. He said, "Give me all the evidence." He researched it. And when all of it was laid out, he decided to follow Jesus because the evidence points that direction. You have an important decision to make, and I encourage you to check out his books, The Case for Easter, The Case for Christ, The Case for the Resurrection, and you'll get a lot more detail than you will in this video. But ultimately, it takes faith either way, to reject or to believe Jesus and the resurrection. So check out the validity, look at the evidence, think about it, consider for yourself, is Jesus risen or is He still dead and in the tomb?